Hi friends, Doc South here, and I don't know, if you're like me, you watch the morning news, you watch the evening news, maybe you listen to news in your car as you go to and from work, or whatever you're up to. And it's amazing, if you check out the news, how many shootings, stabbings, killings, violent acts are perpetrated that we do against one another. And it's really, when you really get down to it, that's something that's almost got to stop. I know it probably never will. People have been fist fighting with each other as long as we've had fists, which is a long time. And violence does seem to be a part of human life, but honestly, it would be a very good idea to cut back on it, cut it out completely if it could be done. I don't know as it can be done, but so many of these killings are, in fact, darn near, I'd say the vast majority of them are senseless, pointless, and frankly, don't come to any good no matter what you do. A lot of times the person who does the shooting winds up dying in either by suicide or perhaps in a police battle, when finally surrounded. And if nothing else, even if you get away, quote unquote, scot-free, you've got that to live with. And in due time, it won't make you happy. It won't make your life better to have these people, gone that you went after. It just strikes me that somehow or another we've got to get it in our heads that it's not necessarily always the right solution, and may not be at all. I mean, heck, I've run into soldiers who regretted shooting the enemy. I have actually run into soldiers that have said this. It's, they almost want to go back to the battlefield and see if they can find some of the members of the enemy forces and try to make things right. Believe it or not, I have seen this. I don't know if it's common, but I have heard of it. It's really, I think we've kind of got to lose this attitude to shoot first and ask questions later. It's we're so much better off if we try to treat each other with civility and kindness and try to help people out if at all possible. I know there's always going to be people coming after each other, but I notice all these senseless shootings in the city. People haven't. They're not even. There's kids now that are not even shooting at what they might even what could even be considered a target. They're just shooting, and they're just going to eventually ruin their life. Either they'll have the guilt, or they'll be caught, or they'll be shot themselves, all in due time. It's just what would the word be? It's just a spot where there will be no settling it. It'll linger and hang on a person for the rest of their lives. I don't know. I'm just saying. You might want to keep that in mind and do what you can to perhaps calm things down in your life, your neighborhood, your block, if at all possible. If at all possible. I know from having done rescue, stabbings, shootings, poisonings, being beaten to a pulp, it's not a good thing. It's an awful thing to do to someone else. And the less we do of that kind of stuff, the better. Truth be known. Mad as you can get, it's probably better to find the peaceful way to go. Okay? I'm just saying. I'll see you later. I've said enough, but I'll catch you on the flip. And again, Doc South, think about what I said. Bye now.